self-determination only applies to two scenarios, namely, peoples under colonial domination or foreign occupation. Under no circumstances does the right to self-determination offer any basis for any part or group within the sovereign state to claim a so-called right to secession. International law does not recognize the existence of right to so-called remedial secession or remedial self-determination. The Palestinian people, being a group residing in territory under foreign domination, is a sui generis in international legal person as a whole. The right to self-determination of Palestinian people has been consistently reaffirmed in multiple UN resolutions and the War Advisory Opinion. This is also widely recognized by most states and international organizations. The Palestinian people enjoy the right to self-determination, which includes 5 main aspects. First, the right to preserve territorial integrity. Second, the right to maintain national unity. That is, Palestinian people in its group identity collectively enjoys and exercises the right to self-determination. Third, the right to freely determine the political status. Fourth, the right to freely pursue economic, social, cultural development. And fifth, the right to permanent sovereignty over natural wealth and resources. Every state is obliged to promote the realization of the right to self-determination and to refrain from any forcible action which deprives peoples of that right. In pursuit of the right to self-determination, these people have the right to engage in struggles, seek and receive support. On the basis of that right, Palestinian people declared the establishment of State Palestine in 1988, which has been recognized by over 130 countries. In pursuit of the right to self-determination, Palestinian people use force to resist foreign oppression and complete the establishment of an independent state. Is inalienable right, well founded in international law. Various people freed themselves from colonial rule and foreign oppression to realize independent statehood after World War II. Their practices serve as convincing evidence for the right. Numerous other resolutions recognize legitimacy of struggling by all available means, including armed struggle by peoples under colonial domination or foreign occupation, to realize the right to self-determination. For instance, the UNGA Resolution 3070 of 1973, I quote, reaffirms the legitimacy of the people's struggle for liberation from colonial and foreign domination and alien subjugation by all available means, including armed struggle, end of quote. This recognition is also reflected in international conventions. For example, the Arab Convention for Suppressing of Terrorism of 1998 affirms, I quote, the right of peoples to combat foreign occupation, aggression by whatever means, including armed struggle, in order to liberate their territories and secure the right to self-determination and independence, end of quote. Armed struggle in this context is distinguished from acts of terrorism. It is grounded in the international law. This distinction is acknowledged by several international conventions. For example, Article 3 of the OAU Convention on the Prevention and Combating the Terrorism of 1999 provides that, I quote, "The struggle waged by peoples in accordance with the principle of international law for their liberation of self-determination, including armed struggle, against colonialism, occupation, aggression, and domination by foreign forces, shall not be considered as terrorist acts." It should be emphasized that the use of force by any entity or individual in the name of exercising the right to self-determination outside the context of colonial domination or foreign occupation is not legitimate. Meanwhile, during legitimate armed struggle by peoples, all parties are obliged to comply with IHL, and in particular, refrain from committing acts of terrorism in violation of IHL. Against the backdrop of the OPT, well-documented and widely recognized facts indicate that Israel's oppression policies and practices throughout its prolonged occupation of Palestinian territory have severely undermined and impeded the exercise and full realization of the Palestinian people's right to self-determination.
My question to you all, do you want me to post the entire part? This is your favorite half Chinese. I'm sorry I cannot record with my video. I have some problems with it. Anyways, if you want me to show you the entire pleading of China for the Palestinian case at the ICJ, let me know in the comment section. Talking about comment section, there definitely will be somebody starting to talk about the Uyghurs. Probably says something along the lines of, why don't you talk about the Uyghurs? Well, I do. Just not in this video, because this video is about Palestinians in Palestine and not Uyghurs in China. But let me add them in for you very briefly. We have China, who never attacked any Muslim nation despite thousands of terror attacks inside of China. It is China that always has stood up for the oppressed, since China comes from a place of oppression. Therefore, it always supported the Palestinian case long before all this happened. Therefore, it fought also for the freedom of the Africans and independence of them. Then we have the United States of America and its NATO states, who constantly have been attacking other Muslim countries. Each and every time it was based on lies that has been proven and admitted by these same countries. It's open information. So it seems like China loves all Muslims except the ones in their own country. And it seems that the United States with its NATO doesn't like Muslims except for the ones living in China, the Uyghurs specifically. But only when they are in China, and also not so much. Because if they are outside of China, then they will be targeted by the United States, as we can see from this article from NBC News. Or they will be locked up in Guantanamo Bay by the United States and its NATO, as we can read in this article of CNN. See, not a single Chinese source. I deliberately use your sources since you are the believer. And now a little alarm bell should start to go off. You don't think that's very odd or strange? Anyways, for the ones still want to believe that narrative, I highly advise you to watch my playlist of over 30 videos on that matter. I just wanted to add that because I'm sure there was one who wants to write that. Anyways, let me know if you want to see the rest of it. What do you think of it? But please keep it respectful. We are not uncivilized barbarians, unlike some others. If you enjoyed this video, please drop it a like, share, and if you have not yet, then follow. This was your favorite half Chinese. And as always, have a great day.